Hey, Mike, come on.
Wow, that's the ass whooping I would never want. You can't tell, but that was Mike Tyson unleashing his fury on a fellow plane passenger. The guy getting pummeled was apparently and reportedly drunk and annoying the hell out of Mike on the flight from San Francisco until the former boxer champion just had enough of the harassment and let loose.
I'm not saying I condone it, but I understand. Blame, let's hear from you.
Well, you know, first of all, as we all know, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know what I mean? I have to say that I'm proud of Mike Tyson because I feel like he's came a long way from all the allegations of, you know, rape to bankruptcy. And I can just see that on his podcast that I catch from time to time that he has really matured as a man in his mental thought process and having a peace and being at peace with himself and not, you know, dealing with some of the things that he dealt with in his past. But, you know, I always think back to, you know, what Jamie Foxx said on his special one day. You know, Mike Tyson is the type of guy he compared him to, like everybody could be playing in the park, and Mike Tyson is like that pit bull that's not on no leash. You know, you got to pay attention because if you let him get too close, you can get bit. You know what I mean? If you play around, you know what I mean? You know, Mike Tyson is kind of like, you know, even though he's settled down and his mental capacity is where it needs to be now, it's still a little shaky.
Wait, Blaine, where was that mental capacity long ago?
Listen, Mike Tyson is the type of guy that, like, you know, when you go to the zoo and it's like, hey, don't go past this area. That's what it is for Mike Tyson, man. Not to be played with. It ain't time for fun and games. You know, when you poke too far, you know, when you touch the fire, you get burned, man. And so I'll tell that the guy was drunk, you know what I mean, and had a little too much. And hey, enough is enough. And, you know, he got the message loud and clear.
And Lamont, we know this passenger who was sitting behind Mike Tyson. Mike was cordial to him, gave him an opportunity to take a selfie with him, but he just wouldn't stop. Obviously, no one condones violence, but if you push a person too far, they will snap on you. And that's what we saw in that video.
Absolutely, Isaiah. We definitely saw that. And I don't understand why the young man didn't learn from a couple of weeks ago from the Oscar situation with Will Smith. I mean, you push somebody too far, you're going to get smacked. And Mike Tyson just didn't smack him. He gave him a couple of punches as well. And you know, back to what Blaine was saying about Tyson, he's conformed, he's changed his ways. He's a different individual. He's more engaging. You can come up to him compared to the early 80s where Tyson was feared. Now you can come up to him, he'll take a selfie with you. He can spend some time with them. But like you said, the guy was intoxicated. He went way too far. He pushed Mike. And I read something as well that he actually threw a bottle at Mike from what Mike reps are saying. So, man, you do all that, that's going to happen. And, you know, Mike kind of just went off on him. And the results is the results. You saw the aftermath and the pictures of him getting bruised up. I think the guy earned it and he got what he wanted.
And did the flight attendants on the plane drop the ball? Should they have intervened? Or do we know if they even saw what happened?
Well, I really don't know what I saw the aftermath, but I really believe that the flight attendants did have some responsibility in that. They have to step in early on. They feel the energy, they know the vibes, what's going on, and they can definitely tell there was bad tension. From the video I saw multiple videos. So the one video I did see, the guy was sitting, a guy across from the aisle had his recorder going on. So you can definitely tell he was antagonizing Tyson from the standpoint. That's where the flight attendant should have gotten involved, in my opinion, and stop and kind of put an end to the situation way before Tyson got involved. But it is what it is now.
Let me say this. I don't think the flight attendant dropped the ball because you got to read between the lines. You know, this is a man that bit somebody's ear. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to really get in between that knowing that you can do collateral damage? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I got you.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's mostly women. You know what I mean? And even if it's a man, you know, most men that are flight attendants are not the most physical type of guys. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying. And
yeah.
I don't think you want to be a part of that.
I agree.
Definitely. Do you think we will see some type of lawsuit or this guy trying to file charges? Because Mike did definitely put his hands on him. But do we think this guy is bold enough and then arrogant enough to file charges against Mike Tyson? Either one of you can take that question.
I'm gonna step. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know, but I think it's a certain thing is personal space. You know what I mean? And taking, you know, being provoked. If somebody is in your personal space and agitating you and provoking you and stuff like that, I think you got a right to defend yourself and clear them of your person if you feel threatened. And he don't know, you know, what that guy has going on. And his behavior was unacceptable on the airplane. That's not a place to play, first and foremost. And he's got to be held to some kind of accountability because he was under the influence. So I think he's completely responsible for the actions that happened to him.
All right, Lamont, wrap it up for us.
Well, I believe there's going to be some kind of lawsuit there. I mean, we live in a world where everyone wants to sue somebody, but I think at the end of the day, Tyson can prove that a water bottle was thrown or his personal space was invaded and he felt threatened, then he had to resort to what he came to.
All right, gentlemen, Lamont Williams, Blame the Comic, thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight.